MarijuanaPolitics.com. We're here at the Oregon Medical Marijuana Business Conference in lovely downtown Eugene, Oregon. I'm sitting here with Jesce Horton from the Minority Cannabis
Industry Association.
Yeah, now this is a brand new joint, right? Tell me all about it.
We've been involved for about a year, just focused on economic empowerment, social justice, and patient awareness within the minority and women communities.
Do this conference here, there's been 3 or 4 black people, so that's more than we've had at the past few. What do you think the reasons are? I mean, you feel like marijuana is legal. Black people like weed, apparently. That's what the press tells us. Why don't we see more minorities and people of color in this industry?
That's an excellent question. I think it's just a crazy dynamic in the industry right now that's going on that's really holding a lot of minorities back from understanding really the opportunity that's in front of us to kind of turn over a new leaf within the cannabis industry and turn a negative into a positive. Sure. And that's really partly why we're here, is to understand more of why that's not happening, but also to help be a motivation to make it happen.
I can give you one quick reason. The cops come after black people first. My man in LA, back when I lived in LA, my homie Virgil had 3 clubs. And he got arrested, and I think he's still in jail right now for another year or 2, and this was 5 or 6 years ago. Yeah. Meanwhile, a couple other Caucasian cats had 2 or 3 clubs, and they got arrested, and they got off. So it's just an interesting sort of, and I know that evidence is anecdotal, but it's just an interesting vibe of the institution and the problems that are faced in this industry sometimes.
I agree. I'm actually a first case example. I'm from Florida. Georgia.
I'm glad you got out.
Yeah, exactly. I had to escape, and I probably will never go back.
That's that Dizzy Gillespie track. I'll never go back to Georgia.
Exactly. Yeah, Georgia, Southeast, wherever it is down there. It's really crazy, and I've seen it. I've been in the car with some of my Caucasian friends. Actually, I was in a car where one of my Caucasian friends had cannabis. Left it in the back seat because I was a driver. I ended up going to jail for it. And
he didn't take responsibility, though?
He didn't, but other people in the car knew that it was not mine and told the police officer. However,
I'm still mad at your friend for not stepping up and being like, that was mine, though.
Friend.
Acquaintance.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so I've really seen it, and that's part of the reason that we decided to do this. I mean, everything is really moving quickly in the industry. Mm-hmm. I have my business. Some of the other founders have their businesses, but we have to make time for this because we're in the positions that we are.
What are some of the things that you think should happen, like programs, outreach programs, or what do you call them, incubators is what they call them now, getting people started, startups? What way do we go about getting more people of color involved in the cannabis industry?
That's an excellent question, and you mentioned incubators, business incubators. That's one of our key pieces. If you go to our website, www.minoritycannabis.org, you'll see programs like that, and one of them is business incubators to help people understand, to feel and touch the industry, to know that this is something that you can do and you can be good at it, which is something that someone had to show me. What we're focused on, again, is economic empowerment, going into these locations, going into these neighborhoods, putting on free seminars. We work with the actual consulting company that does free consulting in these particular locations so that we can help people to understand what is necessary to be successful. And we all know that there's a lot of knowledge, a lot of money that you have to have, and people have to know how to go about attaining that. Being at places like this to really learn and meet the right people. The other aspect is I think social justice is something that we're focused on, and the programs that we're looking at there is really petitioning to get people who are in prison, a lot of minorities, a lot of just lower class people who are in prison for crimes that are not crimes now.
Nonviolent marijuana crimes.
Nonviolent marijuana
crimes.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Exactly, crimes. So they say. So really petitioning and helping to reach out to senators, reaching out to state and city officials, and let them know exactly what's important and how we feel about it. And the last aspect is just patient awareness. We understand that in the minority community, there are, addiction problems. There's issues like that are going around, and a lot of that has to do with the lack of knowledge in the community on how cannabis can really help you and how you can use it as a beneficial part of your life. And those types of things, especially focusing on diseases that are very common and prevalent in the minority community that can be treated directly with cannabis. And when I say minority, I mean minorities and women. So there's just a lot of things that we have to put together, and those are the 3 focus areas that we have.
Right on. Well, thank you very much for your time and information. That's minoritycannabis.org.
minoritycannabis.org.
MCIA, Minority Cannabis Industry Association. Thanks again, brother.
Thank you very much.
Right
I
on.
appreciate it.
Ungayo Bilam here with MarijuanaPolitics.com. Peace.